Alright, so this tank, same thing. Females that are all in breeding condition in here. I still haven't decided to count them. I don't think it's really possible. And this female that used to be caring for these guys in here. Let's see if I can find one of them. Oh, there's one. Caring for those fry. She lost her brood colors, the bright gold that you see right there. And I decided it was time to take her out. There she is back there, the really aggressive one. She's recent wild bred. I don't know if she's wild caught or not, but she's definitely within like 5 generations, because she's still got that real aggressive behavior that the wild types tend to have versus the domestic breds. But yeah, so I've got her in there in hopes that she'll get those brooding colors again, and I can try and breed her with another male, an orange flash male, hopefully. This tank, same things it used to be. It's a female Puffychromis grabensis. There's one of them right there, as well as an orange flash male way in the back. You can just see his tail. Oh, there he is. There he's coming. Orange flash male. Not quite mature yet. He's still coming along. And then there's a wild blue female in there somewhere. I don't know where she is. I think the wild blues are like what am I thinking? Eastern Peru. I'm not entirely sure, but part of the eastern side where the cockatoides are found. I gotta figure that out. If anybody knows where, see if he's out. No, he's not out. But if anybody knows where the metallic blue cockatoides are from, naturally comment or private message me, because I gotta figure that out. But here's another orange flash pair. The male back there, along with their previous brood. If I can get a close up of this guy. Alright, my camera's not focusing on it. Oh well. But I'm sure you know what cockatoides fry look like by now. So there's a pair in there. Right now these 2 tanks are just fry tanks for wild cockatoides. See if I can find these guys are getting pretty big now. I think the smallest one is about half this one's size, and the biggest one is about maybe 1.5 times larger. The larger they are, they tend to stand by the filter. That's like really the only cave other than this right here. This pot structure right here with the yeah. So the pot and the sponge filter are really the only caves in this tank. So the higher you are up on the hierarchy of this tank, closer you are to the sponge filter. And as you can see here, this is about the smallest I have in this tank anymore. But really small and really low on the charts, and they're not growing so fast. So I think I might take out the larger ones, let the other ones get a chance. Same deal with this tank. Back in the sponge filter, all the big ones up close over here, all the smaller ones in the Java moss. See if I can find one. Alright, their camouflage is working too well for me today. I can't really see them. Oh, there's one. There's one of them. But yeah, they're still really small, but their growth rate is really good. Honestly, when you're breeding dwarf cichlids and the larger cichlids, if they are good parents, like sometimes you'll find dwarf cichlids that have been bred artificially, meaning that the eggs were taken, or the fry at a young age were taken away from the parents and then raised artificially. Those, after generations, not being with their parents. They kind of tend to lose that instinct for brood care, and like if you skip a few generations, nothing's gonna happen. But hundreds and hundreds of generations, they're gonna lose it. So I like to keep them with the parents, and with their parents, they grow. In my experience, they've grown like twice as fast, maybe 3 times as fast as they would have if I had taken them away. So like these guys have gotten, what is this? Maybe 4 or 5 millimeters in maybe, what is this, a month maybe, and these guys have gotten almost an entire centimeter and a half, and when it's 2 months, month and a half. Same with these guys. This was the leaf litter breeding tank, driftwood breeding tank. Leaf litter, actually clay pots won if you remember, but I still vote for leaf litter. In this tank is another brooding female. This was a wild type, blue, metallic blue, cockatoides, and like you can see are very deep black ventral fins, not ventral fins, they're pectoral fins, and gold body. You can see her shuffling around her fry in the tank. I feed these guys microworms as often as I can, so I wake up, I feed them, and get home as early as I can, feed them, and then right before I go to sleep I feed them. So they have this almost the same eating schedule as I do. I'd feed them more often, but I don't want to deplete my microworm and banana worm cultures too fast. And they're this small, you can see them. Their comparison to her, they are like, these guys are maybe a week. They've been free swimming for maybe 3 days, so probably 2 weeks old by now. You want to feed them banana worms. Those are the really, really small ones. And then once they get the size of these guys, go up to Walter worms, and then microworms from then on, until they stop eating them. But I don't think they ever really stop eating them, because when I feed microworms, even that big guy in the back, who's not the biggest cockatoides I've ever seen, but he's almost as big as his dad. If you remember a while ago, when I was breeding with his father, the F0 cockatoides Orange Flash, way back when. But he still eats microworms. Whenever I put him in the tank, he'll get a bunch, like a mouthful of them. But yeah, so microworms, nematodes actually. I don't know why they're called microworms. They kind of look like worms, probably why. But fry, and then Your Fish Stuff Super Starter. You can find these guys on eBay. I don't know if they have a website. I haven't really found it. I got this bag at a Capital Cichlid convention, maybe 2 months back. Really, really small pellets, like powder. If you don't inhale this stuff, you're probably gonna choke. But very, very, very small pellets in here. The fry, depending on their size, will take them up really, really fast. You want to give them maybe a week or 2 with live foods before you start feeding dry, because they still have the instinct to go for whatever moves that's smaller than them. But that's Super Starter, and Haikiri I think has a fry food. There's a bunch of fry foods on the dry fry foods on the market, but Your Fish Stuff has really worked for me. Haikiri worked for me, and then live foods like baby brine shrimp as well. Alright, and then this tank, this hexagon tank, which I plan to get rid of or move to a better spot, like maybe underneath there, because it is very, very an inconvenient shape. If you're planning a fish room or something and you have one of these, just sell it or something, because this thing is a pain in the butt. It's not like the same width as anything. It's got a weird shape, so I can't put anything in front of it. Just don't go on any irregular shaped tanks, especially bow fronts. I don't know why. I just hate bow front tanks. They're kind of weird and they're hard to aquascape with. But back to the back on track. This tank has an orange flash female that I took out of the tank on the end over there. Right there, if you can see her. Let's try and go above. So yeah, right there, orange flash female, and then I've got a I like to call them double red starters. They're the cockatoides that double red and triple red and quintuple red. The one with all fins having double red on them. Were bred from. They're one of the province or one of the subcategories of cockatoides with the coloration. I don't know where he is. I think he's probably in the cave because he used to be subdominant male in that tank, the 33 long. I moved him in here to see if he'd breed right away once he got used to being top dog again. I don't know. I'm still waiting. I moved him in here yesterday, 2 days ago, something like that. So I'm just gonna give him some time. All right, now for the 33. Or should we do over there? Nah, let's go for the 33.